Alright, it's recording.
What?
Yeah.
Who's video
Me. Over there. It's on me though, don't worry.
Do you want two different angles?
No, that's cool. So, I'm doing a presentation from my fitness lesson on martial arts. And I've set the title as Tao of the Martial Way. Just thought it'd be quite punchy, pretty fun. Tao means the way in Chinese sort of thing. So it means the way of the martial way. Okay. Bit weird. You probably don't get it, but basically in philosophy, the way of something is the beginning of a journey, an understanding into something new, bit of knowledge, bit of life, whatever you want to call it, right? So the main subjects that I'm going to get into on that, if this thing wants to. No, don't. Mother. Whose phone? Okay, cool.
How are you going to edit this?
No. Right. So the main subject is the yin and yang. A little quote that I've added into here is two opposites that make a whole. So what the yin and yang sort of means to most people is, so the two conflicts, the two opposites of something in life, that's mostly what life is about, which create a whole of something. So say, another way to understand it is that everything creates nothing and nothing creates everything, if you see what I mean there. And another one to understand it, which is the most basic side of things, is positive, negative, push, pull, male, female. That's the most understanding of it, right? So it's the opposites, right? Another way to understand what yin and yang means, which is this, meaning of the yin and yang. So it's a bit, this is probably what someone came up with randomly in their head. But so this here, which is the black side, is the bad, right? The white side here is the good, so the good and the bad that's in life, right? So what this side means is the bad that is in the good. So basically, every time you are happy or good or positive in life, you've always got to have that little bit of bad inside you, right? It can come down to maybe someone taking the mick out of you, taking too much from you, you know. That's just the general knowledge of it, sort of thing. And then there is also the good that is inside the bad. So even though you're bad in some cases, so say if someone takes the mick out of you or wants to start a fight, they start some form of conflict, which is what the yin and yang comes down to, the conflicts in situations. Basically, you've got to always have that some form of good, positive, merciful side of yourself. So say if you're in a fight, get someone to the floor, you hammer them down, you've got to the point where you've almost destroyed them, and it's up to you whether to keep going or just simply think it's enough. Maybe not split their head in two, that's a bit far. But yeah, so this, like I'm trying to explain, comes simply down to what life is, right? So basically what I'm trying to explain is, the yin and yang doesn't just come down to, say, Buddhism, religion, culture, philosophy. It can be put into anything, such as martial arts, which is what it's definitely used for, food, art, philosophy, psychology. It's used as an expression. That's the main useful of yin and yang, right? So here's another cool way to look into it. So in martial arts, we've tried to analyse the yin and yang, right? So you see, obviously, it's a circle, right? It's a continuous moving circle. It's not just one shape. You know, it has two different colours, two different meanings. It creates an opposite, it creates a whole. Now, think of it with, say, martial arts and fighting, right? So, say if someone wanted to punch or kick, right? What's the quickest point from A to B?
Punch me. Oh, I have to get C.
What's the quickest way from point A to point
Going
B?
straight through.
Just frozen.
Yeah? Straight line. Yeah?
Hmm.
Good point, yeah? So now, what is the most powerful way to get from point A to point B?
Going round.
Going round. Yeah? So what makes this better than this?
Doesn't.
Don't. Because this will still have the same speed,
Same outcome.
same outcome. See what I mean?
Hmm.
The thing that does make a difference is this. Yeah?
Hmm.
That does make a difference.
What is
Because
that?
now you're going up and down, making too many choices, too many movements, which what comes down to in martial arts where you mustn't think when you're fighting or when you're sparring, when you're learning, you mustn't think, you must feel what you're doing. As long as you have some form of emotional content in the situation, you will make the most out of it. Because if you're thinking whilst doing it, you may have doubt, you may have guilt, and you'll start bringing in these other emotions that you may not negatively need, which is the bad. Yeah? So, now I've come down to the cringy part of this whole presentation. Basically, how I've understood the yin and yang and applied it through martial arts.